Good morning and welcome to my hobby bench once again. Today's video I'm going to do a quick look inside of a Saito FA120 engine, which was part of one of the 3 engines that came in the Facebook Marketplace deal that I did a while ago, a few weeks ago, where I purchased an estate sale. I mean, there was just so much stuff in that purchase and I have not gotten through it all. There's a lot of paperwork, literature and stuff that I've been going through making videos of. But there's just a lot, and I'm not really in any hurry to do it. But this engine was one of the ones that when I saw that ad, it was one of the ones that I knew I was going to keep, along with that Fox Eagle 4 74 inch. I knew those were 2 engines I was going to keep. But this engine he had mounted in an inverted, strange contraption, and if I still have pictures of it, or from the original ad, I'll try to put them on here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But anyway, this engine was mounted inverted, had a 3-bladed prop on it. And it had some kind of oil line going through one of the uprights, kind of like a oil manometer. So I had no idea what this guy was doing. One of the reasons I want to look at this engine, look inside, is to see how much runtime it has, because I don't see any carbon buildup on the exhaust at all. But let's just go down to the table and start looking at this engine. So this is the Saito FA120, and as you can see here, this exhaust looks really... I've got a lot of this stuff loosened up because I've kind of been playing with this a little bit already. I didn't take anything off really, but so this exhaust doesn't have any carbon buildup on it at all like you would expect to see, although it has been run at least once because I can smell that. Let me go ahead and take the header off here. Maybe we can take a look inside, see if we can see if there's any... I don't think we're going to see any kind of buildup or anything on the rocker. The exhaust valve stem. Now, the exhaust valve stem looks shiny, although I do see... So this engine's been run. I know it's been run at least once. But like I said, he had it mounted in some strange contraption that I really couldn't figure out. I haven't found any documentation or literature or notes or anything from what he was doing with that. And the other thing that I think is interesting about this engine is that every one of these that I've seen, and I say one of these that I've seen, many Saito engines, only this variant had this nice swooping tubular intake manifold. Many of them just have these big, hard, rigid things that come out at a 90-degree angle, like the 150s and stuff, and a lot of the later 120s. So I don't know why they went away from this design, but that always kind of sets apart. And I always thought that when I saw those, at least most of the ones I had seen like that, they were 120Ss because it has the gold rocker covers. But this one does not have the 120S designation on the side, like here, right where it normally would say 120S. I can zoom in just a hair. So this was kind of a quandary to me. This looks really clean. I mean, I figured it's going to be really clean. And this is, like I said, I don't have it. I didn't, before this one, I didn't have any more 120 Saitos, so this is definitely a keeper for me. Now, it seems to have pretty good compression, and the rockers move really well. Like I said, it was mounted inverted, so that might explain some of that, and I've seen some kind of oil residue coming out of there. So let's just pop this carb off here. So this carb is held on with a bracket that shares 2 screws with the upper rear cover. And one of the reasons I was messing with this is because of one, I noticed that there was a screw missing. One of the screws was missing from the carb there, and then this screw that I'm undoing now felt like it was stripped, even though if I took the manifold or this bracket off, the screw threaded in there, but it wouldn't tighten down. So I ended up finding a screw that's a little bit longer to fully engage there. I tried, rebending that bracket and all that kind of stuff too, and that didn't really work out too well. this just pops out, and it's got two O-rings that act as the seal there. So now I can actually get this rear cover off, and we can look inside here. There's just something about Saito 120 engines that I just love. Maybe it's that gold rocker cover. It's not necessarily the gold Knight, but it's just this silver with the gold, or aluminum color with the gold rocker covers that I really always kind of liked. Wow. Look inside there. feels kind of dry. Bearing looks pretty good. Let me get my trusty Marvel air tool oil out here. Let's put a little bit of oil on this thing. Oil these bearings up a little bit. And counterweight. So I'm not seeing any real evidence of any carbon buildup or residue, you know, your fuel residue in there. Plug out of here. Yeah, it just feels beautiful. Drop a little bit of oil in here, the intake, and the exhaust valve. Rotate this thing through some more. So obviously this is going to be a runner for sure. Just kind of hit everything else here with a little bit of lubrication. I hope I can find those images that I took of the little contraption. I still have the strange little contraption out in my garage. I haven't had the heart to throw it away, but it also, so this was mounted on an engine mount. Let me see if I've got that engine mount readily available here. Yeah, this is the interesting engine mount, because I think there was a video I did just a little while ago about engine mounts, and I wish I'd have had this one so I could have shown it to you then at that time. It's an Edson mount, and the thing that's cool about this is you have adjustability here and you have adjustability here, so this is kind of like the best of both worlds. It's well, like I just said, it's the best of both worlds. You can sit here and adjust it this way, your engine fore and aft, and then adjust it widthwise. So this was really a cool thing. So one of the first things I did when I got this thing home is I took this engine off that stand because I wanted to do this and check it out. But it came with, like I said, a 3-blade prop, which, knowing how meticulous this man was about his stuff, I'm sure it was the right size for a 120 engine, and I've never run a 3-bladed prop on a 4-stroke engine at all, so it might be something that I give a shot to and see what happens. You can come up here, Sasha. Come on. Come on. Come here, Sasha. So anyway, that's been a quick look inside at this Saito FA 120 engine that I am keeping and that we will be running here very shortly. So the only thing I'm probably going to do now is just double check the valve flash on it and then put it back together, and it will wait patiently for spring or summer or whenever I get around to running it. So thank you all for watching.